Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Welcome. My name's Nori, coming to you live from the Digital Engineering server. This is the Digital Engineering SMP mod pack, and this is our mess. It is Friday night community night. It's the time where we go around, we see what everybody's been up to, we take progress on all the current projects we got going on, what we've finished, what we've accomplished, where we're at, and how things are progressing, and just generally, do a little bit of looking and poking around and seeing what people have been up to. So, buckle in. Sorry, I was serving up dinner here at the Hibachi Bar and Grill. And so we're going to get this party on the road and get this show started. As always, if you have questions, feel free to hop on in and ask away. We are currently here at the community center. Now, not too terribly much has been going on over here at the community center, though it does look like I spoke with Zoda earlier, and I think he's claimed this spot here. He's going to put in some kind of build when he gets around to it, but he wants to work in this area. We have our postage office that has been up. It's been running. It's been working very nicely. Even a line of people. Hilo has been hard at work here at his little bar, pub, and little statue shop. He's put in a big clock tower up there. I think he's got a second story now on this place. King's Royal Salt Shaker. So this place is coming along very nicely. I expect he'll probably put in some tables or whatnot as he gets closer. About the biggest change to this area, though, other than seeing the changes that Hilo's been making on his place here, which looks very nice, is coming from this area back over here. We have, well, let's see. Meander our way over here. We have decided to put in our own little. I forgot I put extra enchants on my boots so that they give me some mad hop skills. Let's see. That's a quick way across the river. So we are putting in a carnival and games. Now, I did an earlier prototype. I think I'm going to actually earlier this week. So this spot right here, I had a Ferris wheel in. I put up a prototype one. It was suggested that I should probably make it a little bit larger than the one I had. So there's some interesting occurrences that happened with some chunk managing, loading, and whatnot, and so I had to pull the whole thing down. But since I had to pull it down, I think we'll take our Saturday morning coffee tomorrow morning and rebuild the Ferris wheel. But we're going to try and upsize the Ferris wheel, I think, in size. But so this area has been chain link fenced off, as it were. So there's going to be a Ferris wheel. I'm imagining like carnival rides, so like roller coasters, maybe a couple of roller coasters. I've put in the first ride. The Ferris wheel will probably be the second one we put in. So we have the customary tunnel of love, as it were. Come on in here, you hop on the boat with your partner, and you go round in circles in a lazy river. So to speak. I'm also planning on putting in a parkour course here. And then the other two games that I am planning, I have been doing some work on, is we're going to do a ring toss game, which is still in development. I'm still working on it. And then a target shooting game. I haven't really figured out the specifics on how I wanted to do target shooting games. Just we're going to do a target shooting games, and we'll probably use the Create Potato Gun not bows and arrows to really get a fun. Did something very similar to that in the last season where it was target practice at one point. But I think this one will actually try to put up some kind of scoring, light up so many lights and then you get a teddy bear, a something or whatever. I don't know what. We'll figure it out. But then, there's going to be, a couple of members were excited about this and wanted to contribute. So I think some were talking about like food trucks and all sorts of other things that they want to put in here. So, I would keep watching this area. This is probably going to change very quickly over the next coming months. This should be interesting. What else? So that is going to cover us for over here at the community center. We're just going to skip ahead. So I don't know that too much has changed over at Ashton and Bazinga's, but we'll go take a look at their place. I can tell you over at my base, very little has occurred. I haven't done too much. I think I put an extra layer of glass on the portal around the dragon and started to flesh in dragon shape a little bit more. We'll take a hop over there and go see. This is probably the easiest way. Take my secret stake portal. All right. Need to get over here and do some more work on the portal system. I actually want to put a portal room up. So last week's community night, we actually had some guest visits with us. We went over and got a grand tour of Ashton and Bazinga's. Unfortunately, the audio from my side was really kind of screwed up. So that didn't port directly over to YouTube. I'm in the middle of doing a voiceover for that and fixing it up. So look forward to that on YouTube later on. But for right now, so here I've started to fill out the dragon form a little bit more. We're going to plug him in, basically probably tear up a little bit of the tower just so we can have where the dragon meets the tower and it's kind of pushing through. Definitely going to beef up the neck a little bit more. And of course we have to, I started ripping out the hand because I just was not happy with the way this hand was looking. So we're going to make this hand a little bit bigger than what it is. See, it kind of looks a little thin. So we're going to definitely make that arm a little bit bigger. And then we added a layer of glass on the back end just to soften the colors a little. So it's not quite as right in your face. And then, of course, we still have to get down here and do all of our villager houses. We're a little behind schedule on that, but, it's a work in progress. We're getting there. There's still an awful lot to do, and we still have plenty of time. So, not in any kind of real big rush over that. So, not too terribly much changed here. I spent more of my time at the Dwarven Workshop and at the carnival grounds this last week, so not too much has occurred over here. With that being said, let's go ahead and pop over to the Dwarven Workshop. I keep forgetting. No, that's all right. Just pop out here. Okay, so if any of you were here on, say, like this place looks so much better without night vision on. The lighting really helps. But if I was being nice, I would actually fix it up so that everybody can see everything just fine. So we've done some sort of decorating. So last week we put in the storage system, which is what you see here. And you can just come on up and click a button and get the rune of your choice. These little robots over here, we're just going to turn this on for a second because it's just so much fun. Just the sounds, if nothing more, is just great to hear. Because they're like on this off cant, so it's tink, clang, tink, clang, as they run around and do their thing. So you can see they're building all of the stuff. So, but this we know was working last week. And so this is how we're keeping our inventory over there for the dispenser system up and running. I started adding some decoration. I think I want to actually open up the size of this furnace, make it look a little bigger, and we'll probably do some like lava run channels down the side, just to really make this pop a little bit more. And after some testing in my single player world, I have discovered that there is no way I can add motion to this hammer without having to completely redo the hammer. But a lot of these blocks actually just disappear entirely once it goes into movement, which is unfortunate. And maybe we can look at doing something a little different for it. Or maybe just redo the hammer altogether. I don't know at this point. Oh. Well, that's new. The thing has been out here. So the other bit of work we did out here, we started putting this in. We actually put it together at the very end of last week's stream, but it was all squished together and didn't work right. So I took and spread this out a bunch. So now these guys are actively creating bottles of the various mana weave. So, you know, you can throw it on the ground and cause the mana weave to show up. This is useful for rituals. This is useful for a number of different, this solves the problem of having to take your Chimerite wand and draw symbols in the air. So it makes life easy for that. And these guys are now appropriately going through creating the proper bottles, picking up bottles, and then delivering it here to the storage system. No, I don't have any like dispensers or anything running this, just because I was concerned that having a dispenser spitting these bottles out at you might. I suppose we could probably do it with the dropper, but this works just fine. You know, the oak drawers are good. I was going to do something a little different, but trying to add the mana weave bottles to an item frame just doesn't work. So at least with the oak drawers, you can, if you look dead center of the screen, you can actually see the image of the mana weave bottles. You know which mana weave pattern is being presented by the drawer, so you can just pull it out that way. Turn these guys off. Mostly I keep it turned off because I don't know how much. Yeah, looks like we're out of bottles. I have to make some more bottles for this place. These guys go through an awful lot of bottles. They're really quick about this, and they just chew up bottles. I had planned on removing this and relocating it, or maybe not so much relocating it, but removing it and setting up a big sphere right here. Or I may just keep it and shave it a little bit and turn it into a giant bottle, just so that we have a representation of the mana weaving bottles we have going on over here. We also have our drip fountain, which is, you know, there was a water source here and I just felt like it needed to stay there, so I just kind of kept that in place. Now I did run mana, these arcane stone patterns with the blue Ventium lines, just because it makes it look like there's like magic power lines running everywhere. So I thought that was a nice touch. I figure out what we want to do here, though I may just kind of leave this all natural here. Just because then it feels more like, hey, we've just kind of carved into here, and it's more of what a Dwarven facility might take advantage of. I'm curious about, it looks like, yeah, he's put in a clock here. Probably help me keep track of time, I suppose. I don't know. Okay. He's got something he's going. Well, that's some kind of hammer. I'm kind of curious as to what it's actually firing. That doesn't look like it's firing anything. It may just be pounding sand. I want to rip it apart, but I really shouldn't. No. Excuse me, sir. We're going to have to ask you, thank you. Leave the property. So, yeah, me and Bazinga was out here playing around looking at this stuff yesterday, and some of, it's always still very nice. You know, we don't have to hit that twice anymore. I still think we're going to carve this down, or at least I'm going to carve this down. We'll drop some lava in here to sell the need for this moat, as it were. And then, you know, down over here, we can put in a pier or something. All in all, it's a very impressive build so far, and it's coming along very nicely. I think that's interesting. I don't know what his plans are for that, but I'm certain we'll find out next time we talk to him. And then, of course, there's the other side over here. I don't know. Yep, he's got this one wired up to a gate system as well. So this goes up and down. Very nice. And then stairwell that goes down and off into the land. Now, I think, yeah, that does also go down to a water system, but I don't know that there's necessary reason to do anything more with that than just leave it there. I don't know. We'll see what plans he's got. Oh, I just got locked out, and it's raining. We hate the rain. But all in all, you know, the Dwarven shop is coming along very nicely. Just need to put in like methods to get people over here really quick. Now, a lot of this was put together to make life easier for up and coming people who want to do work with man and artifice. So that's what the main purpose of this facility is. And so you can get all of your various runes yourself. You don't have to actually sit down and carve them, which is just painful. And then the rest is just decoration. So we got a little bit more work to do over here, but you know, all in all, it's not too bad. I think a little bit more work. I wanted to put in like maybe a big head over here, but I think I'm going to do like a glass bottle here, and then try to recreate one of these venting patterns, and probably some kind of material floating inside the bottle. I think I want to try and do something more along the lines of this type of bottle, not the big fat round square one that they use here. You know, not one of these guys. But who knows? We'll see. I do definitely want to do like a 3D bottle right here and stick some mana weaving pattern into it. So we'll see what that looks like. We'll take some votes on that. We'll see what everybody wants to do. I put this a window in here because I thought this looked really cool back in there. I'm thinking I might put some lights and whatnot. We do need to get some more mega torches in the area upstairs because we are definitely getting mob spawns, but a lot of that can be handled. It's not a big deal. But overall, this place is turning out very nicely. It's definitely a far cry better than doing stuff by hand, anyways. So from here, the next big, let's see, where do we want to go to next? I haven't seen Alchemic much this week, so I don't know that too much has changed over at his place. Shale has been in the middle of a teardown, so she's relocating. So the Islet Outpost, it's not really much to see there. Let's see, Starlight Hill. That's Mac's place. We haven't seen much of Mac on today or this week, so I don't know that too much changed over at her place. Definitely nothing's changed over at the at Katoa and Company's place. We haven't seen them for a couple months now. So let's go look at Hilo's place. Maybe he's done some work over at his shop, since he has been on doing work. Though he's been over at the community center, so he may not have done too much over here. We'll know fairly quickly once this place loads in well. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's done any more changes over here. So we'll see what he's got planned as he does more work. He's got a zombie piglin running around, that's for certain. That's pretty funny. But you know, we'll see. So you know, his mansion still looks really good. Be interesting to see what he, and I know he's got plans for like the surrounding area. He wants to put in like a little steampunk town or something around here, but we'll see what he does. So not too terribly much over here. Let's go and visit. Let's go and visit Bazinga and Astria's place. We'll put those next on our hit list, since you know we were out here visiting last week. And we got a real good tour of the place. So it doesn't look like too much. Oh, they've been, well, somebody's been having fun with the new statue mod that we've been collecting. Looks like a broomstick. So they've been collecting some statues, it looks like. She's been doing so. Not too much change internally, though. This is new. She's got another room around here. We'll have to look for it. But all in all, this place looks very nice. Oh, it's right here. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking that's like a, yeah. So it doesn't look like she's done. Okay, so that is the room where she didn't know what she was going to do with, and then. Looks like she's added statues into there. I still love this carved pumpkin. It looks great. And then this is little Chris's place back here. It doesn't look like too terribly much has changed over at little Chris's place. So overall, doesn't look like too much has occurred here on the outside of their place. So like I said, I think they've been working on other smaller projects around the world. So we may have to catch up with them to figure out what they've been building on. Should pretty be interesting. But so, you know, they converted this place into their own little private aerial city above the ground, so to speak. So this has been kind of a neat to watch the transformation of this place over time. So let's go and visit. Kara has been like massively busy, super busy. Of course, she's also got the I love this, come over and visit her place, and her collection of skeleton horses, it just keeps growing. I'm not even certain what to say about all of this. It doubles in size every time I see it. She has been hard at work doing interior decorating. Oh, which reminds me, I did find the thing that I wanted to show everybody last week, which I thought was like really cool. It was, of course, she said it was northeast corner, and I think it's the second floor. I could be mistaken. Oh, look at that. So she's got her dining hall in place. Oh, yes, that's right. She was working on a kitchen. Look at this place. Oh, and she's got food stores she's working on. Isn't that fancy? Wow, we just found out where to go get our next meals from. uh, let's see. Anyways, yes, the second floor. So I thought it was really neat what she did here, and it's the first time I've ever seen it. We did do a shower last season for Astria. We helped Astria do a shower in one of her places. What is this? Throne room entrance. That's not what we're looking for. Oh, look, car is downstairs. So much stuff. So much work. Let's see if we can pick up the pace just a little bit. East. Oh, this is the throne room. We can come in here and look at the throne room. Loved her chandelier here in the center. That was a very nice touch. I just wanted she said it was the northeast section. East stair entrance. Well, at least she's got some signs up. It makes it easier to get around that way. Okay, well, I guess I'm wrong again. This place is so big. It's a wonder I can even find my way around it half the time. I would have swore. Maybe? Oh, here's the guard stuff. Let's just put in an armory. Wow, look at that. So she's been working on the interior decorating of some of the floors, I think. Oh, that's a nice little cozy place. Wow, the guards have their own break room and everything. Look at that. Ah, I found it. Haha. So last season we helped Astria with a bathroom design. And I only call attention to this because one of the things that we were playing around with last season. Last season we set up like a drip. So basically we put a little slab up in the ceiling and let it drip water out. So it was a constantly drip shower running. I thought it was fascinating because she's actually got a push button on her shower, and this I thought was an absolutely incredible effect where it's a turn on the shower, and rather than just a steady drip, this actually looks more like a shower. So I keep telling her I come over here and take showers all the time just because I like pushing the buttons. Now, the effect is achieved by she's got a bunch of armor stands up there, and so she just floats them on a bit of water, and it's the armor stands hopping up and down. It causes the shower to occur, but it's still a really neat effect. I think she got that from somebody else. I just don't know who, so I don't know who to say. But it's still a cool effect no matter which way you slice it. I think she said and so it even got set up over here on the other side. So I know she's mentioned, and she's finally made use of the toilets. They just don't flush, unfortunately. She's been really doing a lot of work on I'm just decorating inside at this place, and it's just absolutely looking fabulous. So I can't wait. If you see these little blue square blocks, I came over here to help her extend her wireless range for her storage that she's using. So she's using refined storage. As a way to be able to gain access to her storage while she's decorating rooms. It makes her life a little easier. Is she actually building in the basement? I think she might be building downstairs. Let's see. I'm curious. So we're already here. We're going to just take a real quick time out. We're going to go peek in on her while she's working. Should be stairwells down. Filling in. I see. So she's greenifying the area. It looks like. Big enough area to support one. That would be an interesting trick. I wonder, I had to talk with her about that. I think that would be a neat trick. Since she's got the throne room, right? But if we did a little bit of redstone, we could actually set up like a they drop them straight into the dungeon area and just set up a maze down there so that she can just eject visitors to the palace floor that fail to meet certain standards. Rain. Rain. Oh, this is a nice little... Apparently somebody's in danger of being shot. Maybe we should help out just a little bit here. Here's my axe. Here's my axe. That was weird. There. Works better that way. Like a blue marble that will remove the lights. I think this is Torchmasters, yes. Yep. right. So that's the palace of Kara. So really just been hitting it out. The next big, like, huge area has been seeing a whole lot of churn. It is. Oh. Wow, yeah. Oh, hello there. Um, no interested. Not interested. Okay. Right. So this is Zoda's place. Zoda's been over here working an awful lot. See, shut back up. So he's been hard at work on his mine colony. Always tell when somebody logs in, that first burst of data transfer to them is a little hectic. So this is what Zoda's been working on this season so far. Anyway, I mean, there's his mage house, which I still think is absolutely fantastic, sitting over here overlooking his colony, which he's currently building. Now I know he's got it like he's got a lot of this planned out well in advance as to what goes where, what he's doing. Well, what that's going to look like, I don't know as of yet. We're all, I'm waiting to see just as much as anybody else who's watching this. But I have come out here and helped him like clear areas. So we watched him unload. I've watched him. I've come through here and ripped out large chunks of land to flatten it up to make life a little easier for him. Let's see who's. Oh, I don't want to mess with those guys. I'm just not in the mood. So definitely been working on. I can't wait to see what this place looks like when he gets a little. I'm really kind of interested to see what he's going to do with the walls. So he's building the castle, the fortress build. So that anybody's ever done mine colonies knows that this has a wall structure that goes around it. So I'll be interested in see what he does. I do know that somewhere around here, he's got plans for. I think it was actually right over here. Actually, is there was a building that had like a giant wolf head or something that he was going to incorporate in to his colony. So it's worthwhile to keep track and see. Well, we'll keep coming over here, and as he does more and more work, we'll keep an eye out and see what this colony looks like. Um, the same as we're tracking Alchemic's colony, and the same as we're pretty much tracking what everybody's doing, because this is all like really absolutely fantastic, the work that's going on here, the members of the communities, the builders that we have. Oh look, I scored me. The creeper statue. head back to my tower? I'm afraid to even ask. All right, we're going. You must have been following along to know about my hidden elevator. uh, oh. Huh. I see. I have been. I got some help rearranging the area. It's fine. It's probably, yeah. Well, it's all good. It's all good. I may just leave it there, just because it's funny. But you're hearing me okay, right, Zoda? Make sure I'm not having the same problems I did last week on community night. For whatever reason, my mic just kind of dropped out. It was painful. That's fabulous. Well, at least you didn't hit anything back here in the kitchen area. The only thing you managed to mess up is my desk area. This is where I was I don't know what I was planning on doing with this area. It's all right. Gives me an excuse to tear it out and do something else. Oh, I see. Yeah. The pattern's a little out of alignment. It's all good. I put the pattern in because I just didn't know what I was going to do with it. That's pretty great. What scroll did you read? Like, what did I actually leave? I don't think I left the valid scroll anywhere. Maybe I did and I don't remember it. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. Oh. Oh, I know what spell that was. Oh, that's great. I had actually made a it was my explosion spell actually. It's from the demon faction. You get the explosion spell. I think that's the one that I made. Where I was making a tester one that was just detonate at my feet or something like that. I don't. It was not ever supposed to really be used. It was just something I was playing around with. And I stuck it there because I'm like, it should be fine right here. That's fabulous. Not. That's great. Yeah, that note to self is probably very important at this point. But that's all right. It's all good. So, yeah, I think I hadn't really been home too much. I've spent a lot of my time, at least this last week, over here at the community center working on the carnival area. And so I will probably spend my Saturday morning coffee over at the carnival area unless I'm out helping you with something, Zeta, or helping somebody else with something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I want to see if I can't get at least a couple of the games over here done. I'm trying to get a couple of these games done tomorrow. As well as I need to hang out in the area long enough because I really need this copper over here to finish oxidizing. Though be honest, I've been considering taking this copper and stashing it in Kara's basement because, you know, she's hanging out a lot more than I have had time this week. And so it would probably oxidize faster over at her place than it does over here at mine. So, but yeah, I put the first Ferris wheel up, and it was suggested it probably wasn't large enough. I only had like 4 little carriages that rode in it, so we'll see if we can't double that and make it bigger. We'll try to get it up to, I don't know, 8, 10, something like that. Not that I think we have enough people to warrant that, as each carriage was a 4-seater, but maybe a higher circle will get us up a little higher in the air so you can see a lot more of the surrounding area. And then, of course, yep, there's the ring toss game, which I need to get that finished in there. There's the target range and the parkour course. And then thinking a roller coaster, but I'm not really certain how I want to do that just yet. I don't know. So many different things that I want to get built this season. I'm trying to see if I can't get through a lot of it. But we'll just have to wait and see. But Hilo is one of our resident of our resident dwarfs. So apparently we have 2 dwarfs on the server. Here, we'll add a statue to a statue shop. Where did I put that wand? He wants lead. If I've got lead. There, we'll see if he might be interested in some of that. So, all right, I'm gonna go take care of him. That's pretty much all that we've got to really show and tell for our Friday night community night. Really have 10 more minutes of really cool stuff to show off, unfortunately. Let's do this. This is a crate. These crates are fantastic. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oh. All right. Let's try and do this the right way now. There we go. I am not using lead for much of anything, and to be honest, most of this lead was mined up by my my demons on my ore floor, so I don't need it. And if somebody else is going to use it, then I'm all for sending it to them. Let's see. Hilo. That in the mail. All right. Anyways, so looks like Hilo's up to some shenanigans, which should be fine. We all get up to a little bit of shenanigans here and there. We place little small harmless practical jokes on each other. It's enough to make everybody laugh. So I won't keep you guys the rest of the evening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming out. And we look forward to seeing you again on next Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday morning coffee. It's our long stream event. So we will be doing who knows what. We'll be definitely working over at the carnival area. So plan for some redstone activity and whatnot. Probably some create machinations as well. As that's what we use to get the Ferris wheel running. So we'll probably redo that, just make it larger. So if you're interested in any of those, come on out. And if we end up somewhere else tomorrow, then we end up somewhere else tomorrow, and we'll have fun there too. But we look forward to seeing you all in the morning. I hope you guys have a good Friday night and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, or morning, day, whichever it happens to be. Take care. Be safe.